Alright, so here are my tips for shading. Okay, we go from dark value to a light value, and this is all depending on how much pressure we're putting on our pencil. Okay, so let's do some practice. Okay, the harder you push, the darker the value of shading you'll get. Okay? When it comes to shading, you're always practicing. Okay, you need to practice a lot. Alright, so if you just make a couple of scribbles, right, you can just test out the pressure, right? How hard you're pushing, how dark it's going to get. Everybody's own hand pressure is a little different, and so you got to get used to just playing with your pencil, okay? Getting to know how your hand and wrist are going to work to create that pressure, okay? And if we do some large scribbles, okay, you'll notice that part of it's darker and part of it's lighter. Okay, that's because the pressure is changing, right? We want to try to keep a constant pressure. Okay, here I tried again, and now my last one, it's coming out evener, right? My value almost looks completely the same. Okay, taking a quick look at this picture, okay, you can see where my light source is, right? And behind my light source, I'm casting a shadow, and everything's going from dark to light. Okay, so now we're going to try. I have my light source, okay, and I'm going to just be drawing a ball, okay. I've got my light rays that are coming down just to show me where the light's hitting, and I've got my shadow. Okay, so now I'm going to start shading the darker portions of the circle. Okay. So right here, you know, I'm putting a lot of pressure on my pencil, right? This is going to be where the darkest area of my ball is. Okay, so I want to make sure it gets a lot of pressure in my shading, okay? All right. And from dark to light, okay, I'm going to start shading in lighter. Okay, I'm going to try to get it so that I have my ball looking like I'm going from my dark value to my light value. Okay, dark to light, dark to light. Okay, and I want to try to make it even. Okay, so I'm going to add some more pressure, get it to a more darker value. Okay, everything's about practicing, right? Okay, and you can always go back and always add in a darker value, or even lighter, you could erase. Okay, no shame in trying. Okay, so I also want it to look a little bit smoother, so I'm going to use my finger, okay, just to push around my dark value to mix in with my light value so it looks a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to add some more. Alright, smooth it out some more. Okay, right now I'm going to move on to my shadow. Okay, my shadow is just going to be one color first. Okay, I'm going to try to get it to be one color. Right, trying to keep my pressure consistent. Okay, and then we have my contact point where the ball hits my surface. Okay, and that point is probably going to be the darkest point, right? And it's going to try to match that part of the shadow to that part of the ball. Okay, so it almost looks like it's smooth and transitions from shadow to ball. Okay, next I can add a highlight, right? Okay, highlight is usually near the lightest part where your light source is hitting. Okay, right, so I've got my highlight, and you can go in and shade more.